Yeah, what we discuss? Functions, right? What do you mean by function? What do you mean by function, Ray? Block of code which we can use a n number of times. It is nothing but a functions. Okay. Types of functions we have four. What are they? Huh? Named function, anonymous function, function expression, first class function, huh? IIFE function, arrow function, higher order function, callback function, nested function, generator function. These all are the types of functions we have. Now we are yesterday how many functions done it till IIFE, right? So today we will move forward from the arrow function. Ma. It is a important function, along with it is a most useful function. Okay. It is a important and the most useful. Okay, before that, to save this one, just a second, guys. Yeah. So what we are now going to discuss, arrow function. Arrow function. Now, what is the use case of this arrow? First, we'll write this one, ma. It is known as a syntactic sugar. It is known as a syntactic sugar. What do you mean by this? What do you mean by syntactic sugar, ma? So just tell me, when I drop some sugar crystals on the water, inside the water, what will happen? When we drop some sugar crystals in the water, what will happen? It will be get dissolved, right? However we want, we can dissolve that one. So due to same reason, this one we will call it a syntactic sugar. It means how much syntax I want, I can reduce that much syntax. That much easily we can write one function in a single line. Easily we can write. So that is nothing but arrow function. Due to that reason only, it is called as syntactic sugar. How the sugar will be dissolved in the water, right? Same like that, we will reduce the syntax also here. Okay. So same to same like that only. That's why it is called as syntactic sugar. So we will do one thing, ma'am. I will write the normal function also. Along with that, I will write the arrow function also. So we will get to know how we are writing that one. Okay. Yeah. Now first we will write the normal function. First I will write the function. Now normal function, how to write? We need to use the function keyword. Yes or no? First we need to use the function keyword. After that I need to use the function name. Parenthesis. After that I need to use the curly brackets. Code. I need to write like this only, right? This is nothing but a normal function. This is nothing but a normal function. Now same to same this function, how to write in the that equals to greater than. That's it. Function. Now this arrow which you are seeing, right? This one, how to create equals to greater than symbol we need to write. This one only we will call it as a fat arrow. Yeah, simply you can call lambda in Python. Okay. Simply that one we will call it as a fat arrow. What we will call my technical term? fat arrow. This is nothing but a arrow function. Sir, then how can I utilize that one? I don't have any function name. I don't have any function keyword. So we can remove the function name and function keyword. Both I will remove. In that, so many cases are there. So I will write each and every case. This is the actual syntax of the arrow function here. So how we are utilizing anonymous function? Remember, how we are utilizing ma? We are storing that particular arrow function inside a variable and we are calling that one. Same to same. This thing also I need to store inside a variable and again I need to call that variable. At that time it will work. Okay. So what is the first case? Case number one. In arrow function, we can pass parameters and data types. That one only I'm telling Ray. Those are only I will type. Don't worry. Hold on. Have some patience. Okay. First case. So what is the first case means? If I have only one line of execution. If I have only the one line of execution, no need to use the parenthesis. No need to use the parenthesis. If I have a only one line of execution, no need to use of the parenthesis. So what do you mean by this lines? Now whenever we are writing the function, sometimes we have only one line of executions. For example, if we want to perform an add operation, now return what you will do a plus b only, right? Apart from that, any execution is there. That is one line statement only. If you have a one line of statements to execute, then no need to use this curly brackets. Then how to use that one? So simply you can write like this. Arrow function, single statement. That's it. Single statement. That's it. Completed function. Single statement means console log statements returns everything. We will do like that only directly. This is the first case. Now second case. If I don't have any parameters. Sorry, mate, it is not parenthesis. It is a curly brackets. Right? If you don't have any parameters, no need to use the parenthesis. No need to use the parenthesis. Means, so what do you mean that one? Now you can check here. If you observe, yeah. Guys, is it visible? Huh? Everybody fine now? Okay. Now what do you mean by this? Now this you can see in the single statement, right? So here in this I have any parameters are there? Huh? No parameters. If I don't have any parameters, no need to use the parenthesis. But we can use $/underscore. But we can use dollar or underscore. We can use how to write that one? Underscore fat arrow statement. Or else code execution like this also, or else we can write like this also. Dollar fat arrow statement. This is a second case. This is a second case. Now what is the third one? If I have a only one parameter. If I have only one parameter to pass, then we need to use the parenthesis. Sorry, then we what just a second, ma. If I have only one parameter to pass, then also no need to use the parenthesis. No need to use the parenthesis. Now, what do you mean by that? Means if I have only one parameter, just imagine any variable name you can take, ma. Single parameter. Parameter one, arrow function statement. That's it. If I have only one parameter, this is nothing but a function for us. Is it clear, ma? These all are the three cases we have. If I have only one line of execution, no need to use the curly brackets. If I don't have any parameters, no need to use the parenthesis, underscore or dollar you can use. If I have only one parameter to pass, then no need to use the parenthesis. Directly we can write like this. If you observe carefully, however, my requirement is that I'm changing that one, right? Can I call this a syntactic sugar only now? Syntax almost reduced, right? Am I using function keyword, function name, curly brackets, parenthesis? No, right? Nothing I'm not using. Depends on requirement. I'm changing the entire syntaxes only. Due to that reason, arrow function is my favorite one. And this is a syntactic sure also we will call. Is it clear, all of you? Yeah. Now, next one. Here also, in the arrow function, we have a two types of returns are there. Inside the arrow function, we have a totally two types of returns are there. First one is the implicit return. Implicit return. If you want to execute only one statement, is it needed to use the curly brackets, ma? If I want to use only the one statement to execution, ma, is it needed to create a curly brackets? No need, right? So what, here also if you have only one line of execution, then no need to use the return statement. For suppose like this only is there, ma. Same to same this much only. No need to use a return statement also. If you want to use a console log, then you need to use the console log, or else no need to use that one also. You can paste like this only. Is it clear, all of you? Yeah. Next one is the explicit return. Explicit return. So whenever you are using explicit return, when you are using the explicit return, when you are using the explicit return, you need to use curly brackets. When you are using the explicit return, you need to use the curly brackets and return keyword also. It means how it will like this, ma. Function, fat arrow, you need to use the curly brackets. Here you need to use the return. Then you need to write the code here, what you want to execute. Like this we need to do. Like this we need to do. This is nothing but a implicit and the explicit return. This entire concept is nothing but arrow function. This entire concept is nothing but a arrow functions. Is it clear, all of you? Shall we start executions now? Hmm? Yeah, we will start our executions now. So where is your... So how to execute those things? So simply first arrow function only, right? Arrow function. Let arrow 1 equals 2. So normally the function is like this. We need to write console log of I am a arrow 1 function. This is a generalized function. We need to write the syntax is this one. But here what is the reducing means no need to use the function keyword. No need to use the function name also. Is it clear, ma? After that, here I need to call that one. Arrow 1 off. Normally how we are working function is the same to same, ma. Arrow 1 off. If I run this, you can check I'm getting right. I am arrow 1 function. Same to same data you will get. Is it clear, guys? Same to same data you will get this one. This is nothing but an arrow function normally. Now, when I don't have any parameters to pass, oh sorry, one line of execution. Now, if you check, this is the one line of execution only, right? This is a one line of execution only, Nama. If I have only one line of execution, no need to use the curly brackets also. Let arrow 2 equals to parenthesis greater than or equals to console log of I am a arrow 2 function. I am a arrow 2 function. So how to call this function now? Arrow 2. I will call like this arrow 2. Now you can check off. Sorry. Now you can check arrow 1 function, arrow 2 function, both are working, right? So if I have only one line of execution, then we need to use like this. If I don't have any parameters to pass, if I don't have any parameters to pass, then no need to use this parenthesis also. Let arrow 3 equals to underscore greater than equals to console log of I am a arrow 3 function. So I need to call that one arrow 3 off. Arrow 3 off. Now you can check here. It is also working now. So in the place of if I use the dollar, how to call arrow 4 off. Arrow 4. Okay, now you can check this one also working. Yes or no? Is it clear, ma? All of you? Is it clear now? So what is the next one? If I have only one parameter to pass, then how to execute that one? So simple. Let arrow 5 equals to. So here I want to give the username. That's it. Done. So whenever I'm calling this function arrow 5 off, I'm writing here as a RAM. Now you can check. I'm getting the value at RAM only. So whenever I will use the only one parameter pass, directly we can use like this. This is nothing but a one function. Next one, arrow 6. What is the last one, Ray? Implicit and the explicit written only, right? So I'm writing here, one arrow function I'm writing here. Console, no need of the console log. Simply, I am a implicit written function. So how to call this one? Arrow 6 off. Now it will work. We need to print that one, right? If I am returning, I need to print that one. Control X, console log of paste. Now you can check. See, I am a implicit return function. I am implicit return function. Is it clear, ma? This is nothing but a arrow function. So next one, what I have explicit return only, right? Let arrow 7 equals to parenthesis greater than or equals to return. I am a explicit return function. I am a explicit return function. Now simply console log of arrow 7 off. Now you can check. I am getting the I am a explicit return function. This is nothing but a arrow function. Ma most important concept. Because upcoming classes, what are the things we are going to do? Everything we are doing the based on this one only. If you have a laptop, since open the laptop till 10 2:45 I'm giving the time, complete it, then I will start the new concept again in this next function because it is an important one. Ma try to execute these things, then I will start again. Is it clear? You have laptops, huh? Don't you don't have a? How many of you have laptops? You wanna try a no need a? Try a no need అరే అమ్మా తెలుగులో చెప్పండి చేసుకుంటారా అక్కర్లేదా yeah, online people try it once again. I will in this arrow function we can pass parameters and Sridhar, now you have doubts has been cleared now. Is there any doubts are there in the arrow function? Yeah, fine. Yeah, guys, need to display quotes. This much is enough. Okay, fine. Did you connect the file? Async is a keyword, Sushil. How it will work? Try to use some other words and call that function. Where you are calling that function, you need to call the function, right? In the front only is there. Yeah, guys, done everybody? Done? Online people, is it clear? Shall we move to the new function? Yeah, fine. So, what is the next function is nothing but a, what is the next function, Ray? Higher order function only, right? Higher order function. So, what do you mean by that? The function which, the function which returns the functions which returns a function or accepts another function as an argument. A function which returns a function or accepts another function as argument. That function we will call it as a higher order function. That function we will call it as higher order, call a higher order function. That's it. Okay, ma? This is nothing but a higher order function. Now, along with that, we will see the callback function also. Callback function. The function we are passing as an argument. Then that function we will call it as a callback function. We'll call it as a callback function. So these are the definitions of that functions, ma. So what we will do, we will write the combination function set up because both we need to use the combination only. So for this best example is the calculator, ma. In your mobile's calculator is there, right? That is the best example for it. So how it is it so? For example, what I want to do, if you open your calculator, there you have a symbols, right? Addition, subtraction, multiplication, division, modulus, reset. Everything symbols are there, right? So when you are entering the one value, again you are entering the symbol, again you are entering the value. Addition operation is performing right automatically. Yes, on same to same. I need to pass the values and I need to tell I want to perform this operation. So like that, we want to create the calculator here. So first we will create a cal function. Let cal equals to. Yeah, if I want to perform any operations, means at least how many values I want, ma? Two values I want, right? So A comma B. After that, I need to tell which operation it should be performed. Addition or subtraction or multiplication. That one also I need to tell, right? So due to that reason, I need to pass the operation also. Equals to greater than operation of A comma B. Now, whenever I'm passing like this, what do you mean by this? If we can check, operation is nothing but a one function. Yes or no? Actually, it is a one parameter for me. Now, inside that, how I'm using it is using like as a function I'm using. It means inside that I need to pass a function. Inside the operation, I need to pass a function. So I will create here data. Let add equals to A comma B of console log of A plus B. Okay. So same to same I will write here. For subtraction also, let equals to A comma B arrow function console log of A minus B. Okay. Now these functions I will call it as a callback function. This function I will call it as a higher order function. Sir, how to call that one? For example, so cal of what I want to do 10 comma 20 comma add. If you observe carefully, I am calling this function, I am assigning this function. I am not calling this function. If I want to call that function, I need to use the parenthesis ma. If I want to call that function, I need to use the parenthesis. Here what is happening? 10 is storing inside a 20 is storing inside B. Add, inside the add, what is the value it is storing ma? Inside the add, what it is storing? Function. That function I'm storing inside the operation. It means inside the operation, what it is storing now? Function only, right? Now this one is a function only. So if you observe carefully, add is a one function. We are passing it as an argument. What is the function? We are passing as an argument. Then that function we will call it as a callback function. Now this function I'm passing as an argument only, right? Due to that reason, this one I will call it as a callback function. Now if you observe carefully, operation. Yes or no? What it mean? The function which returns a function or accepts another function. If you observe, it is accepting the another function as an argument, right? Due to that reason, this one I will call it as a callback function. Due to that reason, I will call it as a callback function. Is it clear, all of you? Clear or not clear, Ray? అర్థమైందా? What is the callback function and what is the higher order function? Is it clear now, everybody? So this one only we will going to execute now. So we will check again here. Guys, don't worry. Again, I will give a time to execute this callback and higher order function. Again, you will execute that in your systems. So let cal equals to a comma b comma operation. Yeah, I will repeat. I will repeat once. Just a second. Operation. So here, what I am doing. So first I will write console log of A, console log of B, console log of operation. Okay. So data I'm storing and I'm printing that data. I'm printing the data. Let add equals to A comma B console log of A plus B. So A minus B. So here I will write as a sub. Oh guys, just I did nothing. Just I created the three functions. One function is a calculator function. One function is add function. One function is a subtraction. So if I want to cal, I'm using, okay, cal of 10 comma 20 comma add. Here what will happen? 20 is storing inside the A. Sorry, 10 is storing inside A. 20 is storing inside the B. Add function is storing inside the operation. Now we will check that one only, any other it is doing. See a console log of A. What it is having? 10. 10 is storing it is console log of B. Inside the B, what it is storing? 20. Console log of operation. Inside that, what it is storing, ma? One function. If you observe carefully, calculator is accepting one function as an argument, right? Yes or no, Ray? It is accepting one function, right? Due to that reason, calculator, I will call it as a higher order function. Is it clear, Maheshwar, now? Okay. This one clear, higher order function. What I told, the function which I am passing as an argument, that one callback function. If you observe, add function is there, right? That one I am passing as an argument only. That one is a callback function. So next step. Now Inside the operation, I have a function, right? If I want to execute that function, what I need to do? Guys, అర్థమవుతుంది నేను అడిగిన క్వశ్చన్. If I want to execute that function, how to execute that function? I need to call that function like this. Yes or no? There, how many parameters are there? Here, how many arguments I need to pass? It means values I need to pass, right? That values can I called a comma b? Yes or no? A comma b. That's it. Now you can check what value we are getting. 30. Is it clear ma what is happening? So if I tell in Telugu, ఇప్పుడు ఏలో 10 స్టోర్ అయింది, బిలో 20 స్టోర్ అయింది. ఆపరేషన్ ఏం స్టోర్ అయింది? ఈ ఫంక్షన్ మొత్తం వెళ్ళిపోయి ఆపరేషన్లో ఉండిపోయిందమ్మా. ఇప్పుడు ఆపరేషన్లో నా ఫంక్షన్ నేను ఎగ్జిక్యూట్ చేయాలంటే దాన్ని కాల్ చేయాలి కదా నేను, అవునా? ఇప్పుడు కాల్ చేశానంటే ఇక్కడ ఎన్ని పారామీటర్స్ కావాలి నాకు? ఎన్ని పారామీటర్స్ ఉన్నాయి ఇక్కడ? 2 పారామీటర్లు ఉన్నాయంటే ఎన్ని ఆర్గ్యుమెంట్స్ నేను పాస్ చేయాలి? 2 ఆర్గ్యుమెంట్స్. నాకు వాల్యూస్ ఏంటి? 10 అండ్ 20. ఈ 10 అండ్ 20 ఎక్కడ స్టోర్ అయి ఉన్నాయి నాకు? ఏబి. ఏబి ఇక్కడ పాస్ చేస్తే చాలు కదా, నాకు వాల్యూస్ వెళ్ళిపోతాయి కదా. సేమ్ టు సేమ్ ఐ डिड. नाउ इफ ऑनलाइन पीपल यू कैन लिसन रे, अभी मेरा पर यहाँ क्या हो रहा है? ऑपरेशन के अंदर मैंने सीधा ये वाला फंक्शन स्टोर कर लिया, ऐड वाला फंक्शन मैंने सीधा स्टोर कर लिया. अगर मैं ऑपरेशन वाला फंक्शन को मैं कॉल करना चाहता हूँ तो फिर मेरे को क्या करना पड़ेगा? पूरा एग्जीक्यूट करना. इसके अंदर मेरे पास कितने पैरामीटर है? 2 पैरामीटर पड़े हैं. तो फिर मैं उसको फंक्शन को कैरेक्टर ऑपरेशन को कॉल करूंगा तो मेरे को कितने आर्ग्यूमेंट्स देने पड़ेंगे? 2 आर्ग्यूमेंट्स. वो 2 आर्ग्यूमेंट्स ये दोनों ही है ना, जो वैल्यूज है वही है मेरे आर्ग्यूमेंट्स. वो दोनों कहाँ स्टोर हो रहे हैं? ए और बी में स्टोर हो रहे हैं. वो दोनों वैल्यूज को यहाँ पर पास कर रहा हूं मैं, बस. यही हो गया तुम्हारा. यस, दैट्स इट मा. इज इट क्लियर? ऑनलाइन एंड ऑफलाइन पीपल, बोथ ऑफ यू guys, is there any doubt? Is there anything Ray you can accept? Doubt? No doubt. Sridhar? Okay, fine. Yeah. Now open your laptops and execute this one also. Try to execute some other also. Next, we will go for the nested function. Yes, that's it. Gopesh. Nice one. Yeah, nice guys. Yeah, guys, done now? All of you? Everybody done? Online people, is it clear now? What is the callback function? What is the higher order function? Done? Yeah. Now we are moving to the next function is nothing but a nested function. What do you mean by nested function, right? Function inside a one more function. I will call it as a nested function. So now what I need to do, I need to write the higher order function, sorry, nested function. Nested function is nothing but a function inside a function. For that case, the best example is nothing but a banking functions. Right? If you observe carefully, banking, first when your ATM functions are there, right? Depositing money, withdraw money, mini statements. Those all are, can I call it as a function inside a function only? First, when you are going and accessing the ATM function. Yes or no? When you're putting your card, entering the pin, then only you are getting this all these remaining functions, withdraw, cash, deposit, everything you will get. Yes or no? So that one only we are going to do now. Okay. First, I will create a function name called bank. Okay. Bank of I created. So let bank equals to one arrow function I'm using. Let balance. Balance equals to how much balance we will keep into your account, right? 2 lakhs. Okay. Now 2 lakhs is the bank balance for us. That many zeros you need to calculate after that, right? Definitely will get Sushil. Don't worry about that. Okay. Next one, I want to deposit amount or withdraw amount. What we will do? Withdraw, na? Ah. Okay. So here I need to create a function. Again credit. Okay, right. We will do credit only. Okay. So withdraw anything fine, right? Deposit or withdraw anything we want to do. So what I will do, I will deposit the money. It means credit the money because I want to increase my bank balance. Okay. Debiting is rare cases I want to do. So I want to deposit the money. So I need to create a one function deposit. Function deposit. Okay. If I want to depositing the money, I need to enter the amount also. Yes or no, ma? I need to enter the amount of amount. This is a parameter for me. After that, inside that, what I need to do? Balance plus equals to amount. Console log of balance. Yes or no? Console log of balance I need to do here. So balance plus equals to amount I need to balance. Now the question is how to call this function now. That is a nested function only, right? Now the next question is how to call this function. To call this function, we have multiple ways, ma. So what is the first way? Variable is not global cursor. Okay. What I told local storage. It means if it is inside the function, I can utilizing, right? This function where it is, ma, then I can use, right? Is it clear, Caesar? So this function is inside the function only. So that is belongings to that category only, na? So they will easily they can use. Is it clear, ma? Yeah. So first way to call that one. Anything fine, Ray. Function is function only. So I want to call this function. So what is the way? First one, let deposit amount equals to bank of. Okay. If I want to write like this, I need to return that function first. So what I will do, I will return this. Return deposit. If you observe what it is returning me, one function it is returning for me. Ma. So bank of. Inside the deposit amount, what it will have now? Inside the deposit amount, what it is storing? Deposit function. See here, return deposit, I am returning that one. This deposit function, I am returning that one ma. So when I am calling the bank of, what it is returning for me? Deposit function. That function is storing inside the deposit amount. Now you can check here. Function is working now here. Bank is an arrow function. Yes. I can use however I want my doesn't mean any restrictions. Sir, I need to use a normal function. Inside that I can use a normal function. Anything we can use. Okay. So again I need to call that one. Deposit amount of. Now I need to pass one parameter, right? How much amount will deposit, right? 1 lakh again. Okay. Now what is the balance? My account balance? 3 lakhs only, right? Done. Is it clear, ma? Again, if I will call that one, what is the balance now? 4. Again, if I will call, what is the balance? 5. Is it updating? It is working only, right? This is the one way to call this nested function, ma. This is the one way to call the nested function. So what is the second way? So what is the second way? So this one, it is returning deposit right directly. So we know that bank of, what bank of will return ma? Deposit function only, right? Again, I can directly call like this. So here I will write the 1 lakh. Now you can check. This one is also same to same output. This one we will call it as a function currying. This one we will call it as a function currying. Calling the child function by using the parent function, we will call it as a function currying. Okay, ma? This is one of the important concepts, function currying. This one only function currying, nothing is there. Just calling the function like this is the function currying. This is the second way. This is the second way. Now third way we will go. Third way. So what is this third way? Which one, Avinash? Function currying. This one only just calling the function, calling the inner function by using the parent function. That one only we will call it as a function currying. Calling the child function by using the parent function is called as a function currying. That's it. Now what is the third way? So I don't want to return this money here. I want to directly call this. If I want to call this means I need to pass the parameter, right? Argument I need to pass. So simply I will pass the user deposit. So here I will write a user deposit. So no need to pass like this. When I will call the function, I need to deposit the money now. Okay. This 1 lakh is storing inside the you deposit. When I will call this function, you deposit this one. This will be deposited inside the amount. Now you can check same to same output. Is it clear, ma? These all are the three ways we can call a one nested function. So when we are calling the second method, this one only we will call it as a function currying. That for that cases we need to use a switch cases ray. Write the multiple functions outside that callback function we use it, right? Higher order function and the callback functions. At that time, we need to use these things. Inside that, you need to write the switch case. And if we need to pass the value, withdraw, deposit, or what I want to do. If it is a withdraw, we need to withdraw the amount. If it is a deposit, depositing the amount. We need to create the multiple functions and we need to call that one. That's it. So I will show you that one also. Which question you are asking, I will tell you. So function deposit, function withdraw. Withdraw of amount. So here what I need to do? Balance minus equals to amount. So two functions done. Here I will write a switch case, comma, operation. Which operation they want to perform? Switch of operation. So simply I need to write like this. Case withdraw. Then I need to call the withdraw of user deposit. Balance. So if it is a case, so if the case is deposit, so I need to call the deposit of. Then after that I need to use the break again. Break of next one default. Default case console log of select the valid thing. That's it. Now what do you need to do? If I want to 1 lakh comma, if I use a deposit, how it is exactly same. If I want to use the deposit, now you can check 3 lakhs I'm getting, right? So again I'm calling this function withdraw 1 lakh. Because every time if you are calling means it should be in the same 2 lakhs only, ma. Again and again we are calling that one, right? It should be in the 2 lakhs only. Is it clear? For that case, if I know, sir, I don't want it should be 2 lakhs means outside we need to create this one. The balance should be outside. So then it will work. Now you can check 3 lakhs updated. Again 2 lakhs it should be. Is it clear now? Is it clear how it is working? So if you can observe carefully here, one banking function we created, but with the different types. That's it. So this is a nested function. One more function is there, generator function. Ma. Generator function, confusing. What is there inside the confusing, Sushil? What you get confused here? Tell me. Here inside that I created the two functions, Ray. Inside that only I'm using the switch case If the operation is withdraw, withdraw function will be calling. If the operation is deposit, deposit function is calling. That's it. Yeah, I did nothing here. If you're getting confused, I did nothing here. Just I created the multiple functions and utilizing. In the code also like that only we need to do. When you're creating the projects also, like this only we need to do these things. Okay. Yeah. So next one is the generator function. Generator function. So inside the generator function, we need to use the yield keyword. We need to use the yield keyword. So how to create a generator function means generator function will work for the normal function only. Arrow function will not work. So generator function, you try to the function star you need to use here. Star ID. I want to generate IDs. I want to generate a IDs. So after that, what you need to do? Of you need to use like this yield 1, yield 2, yield 3, yield 4. Okay. Now what will happen? Yield keyword. So what is the difference between the return and yield means after the return statement, if you are using any statements, console log statements, any other, it will not execute. But after the yield keyword, if you are writing any statement, it will be get executed. This point clear, Ama? This is the major reason between the yield and the return. Now, if you are using the return statement, it should be exit from the function and it should be again, it is starting from the starting onwards. But here, what will happen? The execution should be hold there only where it is stopping. That's it. Is it clear, ma? More simple thing, if I will tell, means for suppose now I am teaching you functions, right? In such cases, are there? I might be taking the long leave. So what will happen? I leave the function in between only. Emergency came. I went for the some emergency work. So I'm taking the long leave and I'm giving the class is hand over to the some other person for the 2 to 3 days. What they will do? They will touch this concept. No, they will start the new one. So when I will come here, I will complete this concept. I will go. So execution is hold there only, right? Yes or no? Right? Execution is all that is nothing but a yield. Function means again I am starting for the new concept. That's it. Okay, is it clear? This is the yield. So how to utilize that one? Let generate ID equals to ID of. So we'll use console log of generate ID. First we will check what it is returning for me. See ID suspend it is returning, right? So inside that we have a data are there. How to utilize that one? Dot next of. So you can check value is there, right? Next of is a one property inside that. Next of we need to call the function inside that. Then we need to use the dot value. Now you can check here what it is returning me one, right? If I will call this function again, if you can check, I am calling that function again. Now what it will print? Actually, if you are calling like this in the return, it will print again one only. But this time, what it is returning ma? Two. It means it is hold the execution there only, right? Same to same like that only. Same to same Python only, right? Again, next value 3. Again 4. Again. Now what it will return, right? Undefined. I already told, right, what is the default value of the function. If you are not returning anything means what it is written? Undefined. So due to that reason it is undefined. Sir, then if it is a looking like a good only, but I have 100 values. Every time I can't write 100 yield, right? We can write a no, right? So this time what I will do here, count equals to 1 while of true yield count plus plus. That's it. Now you can check here. What happened, Ray? No, Ray, it will not go for the infinite. See here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So again, I'm using this one. I don't know how many times I'm calling this function now. Now you can check 75 times. Now, am I writing 75 times yield keyword? How many times I'm writing yield keyword? One. What I did, while loop, I did the true condition directly. Yield is it is stop the execution only, right? Until and unless next call will come. So if I have 1,000 users also, automatically will create ID for me. How many times I will call that function? That many increment should be done there. That's it. This is the use case of generator function. This is the use case of the generator function. Is it clear, guys, all of you? The function concept is completed today. Okay. Any doubts are there in the function concept? What is yield? That one only I explained, Nare. Yield is a one keyword in the JavaScript. So it is used to hold the execution the function. It will hold the execution. That's it. Just it will hold the execution ray. Return statement and real statement both are the same. What is the difference here? Means when you are using the return keyword, it will exit it permanently from the function. But whenever you are using yield keyword, it will be hold the execution. When you are calling again that function where it is holding from there only it will be continued. That's it. That is a yield keyword. Is it clear, Sushil now? Yeah. Yeah, guys. You wanna try means you can try ma. Guys, again I'm telling the functions which we discussed right at the last. The functions which we discussed at the last, it is the important concepts, guys. Don't avoid these things. Because upcoming classes, all are I will use these functions only. Higher order function, callback function, arrow function. These three functions mostly we will use them. Okay. Is it clear, guys? Which floor, eh? Okay. So see here, when I will call this function, inside that I have a so many things are there, ma. Show you generated ID. So your ID suspended is there. Inside that I have a function is there. Where is an ID function? Inside that I have a so many values like the scopes, everything, window. Inside that I have a value called next. Where is the next tray? There is no next here. See here. Next is a one function. Inside the generator I have a next is a one function. Inside the next I have a arguments are there. So not this one, caller, not this one. Prototype again. Value is there again. Inside the next stuff, I have a one more concept called value there. Return where it is caller arguments, everything is there. Okay, inside the next function, I have a value property ma. So I'm accessing that one only. If you can check here, what I'm doing, generator ID. Inside the generator is object for me. Inside that I have a next of one function is there. Then it is returning me one more object. Then inside that I have a value. When I will call this one time, I will get the value as of one. So if I'm using the return keyword here, what will happen? Again, it will be return your one only. If you call n number of times also. But here what will happen? This time it will not return you one. It will return your value as a two. Because yield keyword will hold the execution here only. It will not terminate the execution. Again, you will call the value should be 3 here. Again, you will call the value should be 4 here. Again, you will call the value should be 5. That's it. This is the lines of code execution, Ray. Is it clear, Sushil, now? Yeah. Yeah, guys, if you don't have any doubt, means you can leave. Tomorrow again, we will continue the class. Might be tomorrow we'll discuss about the debugging or arrays concept. We will complete the debugging and we will go with the array or string concept, anything. You can go, guys.